You know, the night sky is basically a beautiful lie. That peaceful, serene, glittering canvas we all look up at, it's really just an illusion. So tonight, we're going to peel back that curtain and see the universe for what it really is, an absolutely chaotic and violent place. All right, let's get into it.
And this quote just nails it, right? All that gentle starlight traveling across these insane distances to reach us, well, a lot of the time, that's just the faint echo of some kind of unimaginable violence. We're talking forces and energies that are so big, our brains can barely even start to comprehend them.
So what if we could? What if we could just go there? Let's run a little thought experiment. We're going to give ourselves a front row seat to witness the raw, unfiltered, and frankly terrifying power of the cosmos up close and personal.
Okay, so we're starting with a real classic, dying stars, because you have to understand, when something as gigantic as a star finally kicks the bucket, it does not go quietly.
From way, way back here, light years away, it's just a beautiful show. For centuries, astronomers actually thought they were new stars just popping into existence, a gorgeous temporary little spark in the night.
But if you were actually nearby, oh, it's a completely different story. It's instant, total annihilation from every direction, all at once. First, you get blasted by a lethal flash of radiation. Then, a shock wave of plasma, hotter than the sun's core, slams into you, all while a storm of invisible particles literally boils you from the inside. There is absolutely nowhere to hide.
And just to put that power into perspective, try to wrap your head around this number. That's the energy of 1 billion trillion nuclear bombs, all going off at the exact same second. It's a level of destruction so huge that the number itself is almost meaningless.
Now, sometimes a star's death is less of an explosion and more of an implosion. See, when a really massive star finally runs out of fuel, gravity wins the final brutal battle. The internal pressure just vanishes, and in less than a second, the entire core collapses on itself into a single point of infinite density, literally warping the fabric of space and time. And if you happen to wander too close to one of these brand new black holes, well, you get spaghettified. Seriously, that's the technical term. The gravity pulling on your feet would be so much stronger than the gravity on your head that you'd be stretched longer and thinner into a literal stream of atoms. It's a weird way to go.
But the horror show doesn't just stop with the explosion. Oh no. The things that get left behind, these cosmic corpses, can be just as frightening as the event that created them.
Okay, so take a neutron star. You've got something with more mass than our entire sun, but it's been crushed down into a ball that's only about as wide as a city. The density is it's insane.
This is honestly one of my favorite cosmic facts. Just try to picture it. A tiny little marble you could hold in the palm of your hand, and it weighs more than all of Mount Everest. It's a place where our understanding of physics just completely breaks down.
So, what would that kind of gravity feel like? Well, you wouldn't just be crushed flat, you would be instantly disassembled into a thin paste of subatomic particles. You'd be gone before you even knew what was happening.
And just when you're thinking it can't get any more extreme, the universe is like, hold my beer, and gives us the magnetar. This thing takes all the craziness of a neutron star and then adds a magnetic field 1 trillion times stronger than our planets.
Forget about gravity for a second. Near a magnetar, the magnetic field itself would just rip you apart at the atomic level. It would create electric currents so powerful they'd vaporize your spacecraft in an instant. And get this, they have starquakes that release more energy in a single flash than our sun produces in 100,000 years. So everything we've talked about so far is about being near something dangerous. But what happens when the danger comes looking for you, shooting across the galaxy at almost the speed of light? Deep in the heart of most galaxies, supermassive black holes aren't just eating matter, they're weaponizing it. They shoot out these incredible jets of particles that travel at nearly the speed of light, stretching for thousands of light years. These aren't just energy beams, they're streams of actual stuff moving at unbelievable speeds. And this is where it gets really crazy. Because these particles are moving so fast, each one, even a single proton, is carrying an immense amount of energy. So getting hit by just one of them would be like being struck by a tiny, microscopic nuke.
But then, you have the undisputed champion of cosmic firepower, the gamma-ray burst, or GRB. In just a few seconds, a GRB unleashes almost 100 times more energy than our sun will produce over its entire 10 billion-year lifespan. Look at this chart. It's just mind-boggling.
And if you're unlucky enough to be in the path of one of these beams, it's the most complete destruction imaginable. The gamma rays are so energetic, they don't just burn you or vaporize you. They slice right through your atoms and shatter the nucleus itself. It's not just death, it's fundamental erasure.
But here's a thought. All this insane destruction, it still plays by the rules of physics as we know them. So what if the ultimate threat wasn't something that could kill you, but something that could change the rules of the game entirely?
Well, there's a wild theory called vacuum decay. The basic idea is that our universe might not be in its most stable state. A bubble of a new, more stable reality could just pop into existence at any moment, and it would expand at the speed of light, rewriting the laws of physics as it passed through everything.
You'd never see it coming, because it's moving at light speed. It wouldn't hurt. There's no flash, no bang. One moment, you exist. The next moment, the fundamental laws that allow your atoms to even hold together are just gone. You aren't destroyed. You are simply rewritten out of existence.
And that really brings us to the biggest takeaway here. The only reason we're even able to sit here and contemplate these horrors is because we live in an incredibly rare, unbelievably calm little pocket of the universe. The peace we experience every day, that's the exception, not the rule.
None of these forces are evil, of course. The universe isn't trying to kill us, it's just physics doing its thing. But knowing what's really out there, it really forces you to ask a pretty unsettling question. If our peace and quiet is just a lucky break, how fragile is that luck really? How long can it possibly last?